Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. We will be opening up the phone lines in probably about 30 minutes. So if anybody's calling in now, feel free to call right back or hang tight backstage. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos, broadcasting to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome in. Good to see you all. See, we have Cynthia De La Fuente. Yeah, good video. If it's the one I'm thinking of. So, yes, I shared it in the members only Discord. That channel's growing on me. What's going on, Charlotte? Lisa? Hopefully I bookmarked. Okay, here it is. I think you, GP, I think you sent this to me, right? Investigation into CSAM leads to 2 arrests in Logansport. Zoom in on this for you. So this was published 2 hours ago. And thank you for sharing that, by the way. Very interesting. Indiana State Police from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, ICAC, have started a criminal investigation after receiving a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that an online account had been used to store and share CSAM. According to police, the investigation revealed the owner of an online account to be Furman Diego Pasquale, 19, of Logansport, Indiana. And I couldn't find any trace of this guy. At least not on the surface. I didn't really dig very deep, but during the investigation, the Cass County Prosecutor's Office issued a search warrant for Pasquale's residence. Multiple electronic devices were seized from the residence. Further investigation revealed several fraudulent identification and social security cards. So I don't know. He might be like an illegal or something. Like, what's he doing with that kind of stuff? Was taken into custody. Diego. Oh, maybe that's his. Well, this is somebody else. Diego Pascual, 22, was also taken into custody at the residence. Both individuals were booked into custody at the Cass County Jail. Must be brothers. Good to see you, Jill, Lisa, Charlotte, Patricia, CJK. What up, everybody? Frank Meister, Tattoo, Jerry, True Crime Housewife, Phil Bond. Good to see you guys. What are you up to? Count of possession of CSAM, level 5. So looks like he received 3 charges similar to Kagan Klein. Synthetic identity deception. Crazy. If you have information, report it to cybertip.org, apparently. "19 years old. The fuck is wrong with this kid? Like, you got a million other things you could be doing at that age." Yeah, that's true, CJK. And what's crazy is they're probably talking to undercover cops and they're telling themselves this is probably an undercover cop. But they still can't control themselves. That's the part that scares me. Even they don't know why. You ask half of these killers and sex offenders, like, why'd you do it, man? I don't know. Bundy blamed it on violent porn and a porn addiction. You got to get yourself out of that fantasy land. What's up, Sees Through? This will do nicely. Hello. No effects. What up? Happy Friday. Anyone listen to Stephan Sterns' police interview? No, what's up with that? Maybe they'll play them here on WESH2, Orlando, Florida. Looks like they have them queued up. I'm just waiting for these ads to stop.
In the case against accused child rapist and killer Stephan Sterns.
He was arrested in
Let me know if
following
you guys
the
have,
disappearance
if you
of
can
his
hear
girlfriend's
this.
daughter, Madeline Soto.
West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox joins us now, going through that evidence. Greg, Sterns appears fairly calm throughout this recording.
And there may be 2 explanations for that. Number one, at the moment, he may be thinking detectives have no real evidence against him.
Good to see you,
Number
Charlotte.
2, he says several times in the interview that he's taking a lot of medication
This guy's gonna
to
die in
control
prison.
anxiety. What he didn't know then is that detectives had already been focusing on him as the prime suspect.
Guaranteed.
And she wanted to be dropped off a little down the ways from the school.
You're listening to Stephan Sterns' voice as he was being interviewed by detectives on February 27th, one day after 13-year-old Madeline Soto disappeared. Sterns, the boyfriend of Maddie's mother, was supposed to drop her off at Hunters Creek Middle School, but said she wanted to be dropped off a couple
I don't know what it is about this guy, but he just makes my skin crawl.
of blocks away.
She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school.
But Maddie never
Just the sound of this guy's voice makes me cringe.
arrived at school. Video evidence would later, allegedly, show Sterns discarding items that included Maddie's backpack and laptop computer in a dumpster at the family's Kissimmee apartment complex. During the recorded interview, Sterns expressed sadness at Maddie's disappearance.
At that point, my brain was mush, and I was on so many tranquilizers to keep me stable. I was just
Tranquilizers.
And he gave this explanation about why most of the information on his phone was deleted.
I don't know what the heck I did, but somehow during the massive OS update, I managed to factory reset my phone and lose all of my contacts, all my information.
Investigators would later retrieve images from the phone that prompted the initial charges against Sterns of sexual battery on a child under 12. Documents obtained from the state attorney's office reveal that Stephan Sterns had an on-again, off-again 7-year relationship with Madeline Soto's mother. Those documents also indicate the pornographic images allegedly found on Sterns' cell phone date back at least 2 years and depict vile acts of sexual abuse. In March, detectives provided sworn statements of their discussions with Jennifer Soto and Stephan Sterns. Jennifer Soto stated while they were together, they, Jennifer, Stephen, and Madeline, would either all sleep in the same bed or Madeline would sleep with her when Stephan was not there. When asked if it was normal that Stephan and Madeline would sleep together without her being there, and she said yes. In
That's disgusting.
another statement, Stephan stated Madeline always needed human contact when going to sleep. Stephan referred
Yeah, because she's being abused.
to it as snuggling.
But
That poor girl.
the conversations with Sterns came to an abrupt end when detectives revealed that they had recovered
just wanna punch
incriminating
my
images
screen
on
right
his cell
now.
phone that involves
Boom.
him allegedly sexually abusing Madeline Soto. Stearns is set for trial in
Grinding
July
my
or
teeth.
August, but the state attorney's office today told me that they believe those dates will be pushed back.
All right, I can't look at this guy. Yeah, we covered it, no effects. Thank you. What's up, Lisa? Yeah, that sucks, Frank. Appreciate you, Lisa. There's a 45-minute uncut interview. Okay. See if I can find it. Okay, I'll look for videos over a certain amount of time. Maybe that'll help. 20 plus. Madeline Soto update. This might be it here. Oh, yeah, this guy's a sicko. No remorse. Okay, saw that interview. No, this ain't it. Can somebody shoot me the link if you have it? The only ones I'm able to find right now are like YouTube channels. Looks like criminality, gray hues. That's weird. I don't know. I'll keep searching until somebody sends me a link. No, that's not it. Oh, thank you, Joe. Yeah, as long as it's not a YouTube channel, I should be good. Yeah, I can't play that. But you know what? Might have the source video there. Let me check the description. Maybe they actually link the video. Of course not. Oh well. If somebody can tell me where they found the audio or who first posted it, then I can go right to it. That reminds me of the Big Lebowski. Strong men also cry. Right on, man. Yeah, no effects. I can't play that, dude. And he doesn't have the link. Oh well. I can't find it. Oh, here, there's something on SoundCloud. Wait, this one's titled February 27th. Is that the one? February 27 interview? And then apparently there's some newly released docs. What's up, Brett? Here, let me try this one out. Guess this is from News 6.
Case number 24-11313.
Can you hear this?
Today's date is February 27, 2024. The time is 19:16 hours. We're in Kissimmee speaking with Stephan Sterns. Okay, so I know that you already spoke to the other detective, right, about everything that kind of happened today. If you can just kind of go over it with us one more time, the timeline from
You guys can hear that, right?
when you guys woke up and took her to school and all that.
Thank you, Lisa.
So we woke up early. The plan was that we were going to get McDonald's breakfast on the way. So we made amazingly good
I
time.
don't mean to interrupt you, okay? Neither of us were here yesterday. So if you can be kind of like specific about like times and stuff like that, okay?
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand, so we wanted to make good time. We did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30ish, 7:45ish, maybe. Got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of the time, just snoozing until we got there. We got to McDonald's. We're close to McDonald's. I said, "You still want it?" Wasn't interested in the McDonald's anymore, so we continued on. And she wanted to be dropped off a little down the ways from the school. She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hoopties. I get it. It's an image thing. But that was sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40ish, somewhere in there. It was along the stretch of the road that on the right side that has all the communities on it. Before you get to the overpass. We could see the overpass from where it was. So it was on that side, on that stretch of road, and that's where I dropped her off. She said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to go find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, yeah, it's fine. Kids get dropped off early enough as it is. It's not totally unusual for that to happen. It's just not usually that early that I drop her off. I do school runs every once in a while for her. I said, okay. Let her out. Have a good day. Love you. Thanks. Love you too. And I turned around and was driving away and was watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was going where she was supposed to go. And she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something. What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that. But I find out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone. But she was still kind of making her way towards that direction, so it looked okay. It looked like any other day. And I just continued on.
Okay.
Let's go to NoFX's comment here. He says he was asleep in the car. Says she was asleep in the car. I'm pretty sure the cops must have captured video of him driving with her. No, they did. They had video of her, and her head was kind of leaning. It looked like she was leaning or laying or something. That's how they knew that he had something to do with her murder. Is they had CCTV footage of her, which she appeared to be sleeping in the back seat. But now, knowing what they know, she was most likely deceased. And that's why he's trying to cover all his bases here.
When you said you dropped her off like in the area, kind of like where exactly did you drop her off?
So if you
What's up,
pull
Boston?
down the street going towards the school, you've got that whole strip of communities on the right side there. It was in that stretch of sidewalk there. We pulled in and maybe about halfway up the street or so, and she was like, right here's good.
Was it like in one of the apartment complexes, the church?
Not in, it was outside one of the apartment. It was just on the sidewalk on the side of the road there, just like a tuck and roll, you know?
Okay, so like if I were to be on the road, where
pull up the maps.
Like, what do you remember seeing that you dropped her off at?
I remember the overpass is up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The sidewalk was on the right, row of trees. There's, I think, a median in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another community maybe across from that before you get to the church.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like before the church.
So Town Loop Boulevard's that street that connects to the school.
Yeah.
Is that the street that you?
Is this which one?
So that's Town Loop Boulevard, right? That's
Town
the
Loop,
one
yes.
I want to welcome in GP, Boston, and Ziggy.
And where's the school located here?
the school's right here.
School's right there. Okay, so the school
up,
would be
Jill?
on the left in this case. Here's the
So you
overpass
you
I was
guys came from
talking
this side?
about. Yeah, we
Okay.
came from Town Loop, I think,
Mhm.
which is Town Center. Yeah, so we made a right here and then pulled somewhere about.
So you came
Where's-
from Town Center and turned onto Town Loop.
Yeah, where's the church? Is this the church here?
There
I
is
would
a,
assume
yep,
so,
that's the
yeah.
church. Yeah.
Okay, so we weren't up to the church yet. So we were pulled onto here and then we pulled maybe about halfway up here and I dropped her off somewhere in this area here.
And she walked from there to the school?
Yeah.
It's a pretty long way.
It's maybe a block or so, but it's not out of the ordinary for her. She likes to do that sometimes. She likes the cold weather. She was wearing her hoodie. She likes
Uh-huh.
the cold walks.
So you dropped her off near Lilac? Does that sound right?
Yeah, it wasn't at a cross street. It was just a bit of the sidewalk there.
So did you merge into the sidewalk, or did you stop in the middle of the street, or?
Because if it was at an intersection, it would be on camera.
I just pulled over to the sidewalk there. Let her hop
He has an
off.
answer for everything.
How often do you drop her off?
This might be the 5th or 6th time I've ever done it.
Okay. And when you drop her off, where
up,
do you
Cindy?
normally drop her off at?
Normally down the street from the school. She requests that a lot.
Like the
It-
same area or somewhere else?
Especially if it's sometimes in the church parking lot, sometimes just wherever she tells us to let her out. As long as it's close, you know.
So it's halfway between Town Loop and Town Center and the church.
Yeah, it's just in this stretch right here. Like we got about maybe halfway up and
Okay.
it was there.
The McDonald's that you guys were going to stop at, did you pull into the plaza at any point?
Oh, the anger sharks are swimming in.
Anymore.
Okay.
Wasn't in the mood anymore.
At any point while you were driving to the school, did you make a U-turn?
Yeah, I tried to sell her on McDonald's one more time because I was still kind of hungry, but at that point she was also just wanting to get to school.
Okay.
So we turned right back around.
Where did you make that U-turn at?
Actually, the school park, not the school parking lot, the church parking lot. I pulled into that, turned around and pulled back out. Did a UE there and went back to the McDonald's. And she still wasn't having it. And that's when we came back. See, the McDonald's is on the same town loop or town center. It connects to the same road that the,
Mm-hmm.
that the
That the school's on.
Yeah, so
Town
it's like
Loop.
a straight shot.
So you guys came from, just so I can kind of get a good
What's
visualization.
up, Hiawatha?
Town Center, and where did you come from? Town Center.
Town center. So where's the McDonald's? I'm so bad at reading these. I'm sorry. So we
This
came.
is all Town Center.
So we came across on Town Loop, I believe. Is that the school is that the road that the school is on?
No, this is Town Center. So you
Okay.
said you were on Town Center, and then you made a right on Town Loop, which is
Yeah.
the one that takes you to the school,
Yes, correct.
right?
I think you passed it.
But what I'm saying is before Town Loop, or I'm sorry, for Town Center, what street did you take?
I'm so sorry. I'm bad with the streets around here.
How do you usually get to the school? What way do
I
you-
just take John Young and then wait till I see the McDonald's and make a left there and then follow that around and that goes straight into the road that the school is on. Just use the landmarks and I don't memorize the street names.
Is that Jay Licky?
So this is JYP.
And then at the McDonald's, you turn right?
And then you said you made a left at the McDonald's? So
Yeah,
that's Jungyoung
John
Parkway, you're
Young,
going north
left
on
at
Jungyoung.
McDonald's, and then go around, and then that shoots straight into.
Man, this he has his story memorized. And they aren't buying it. I just want to go to a few comments here. Welcome in, Sensei. Yeah, cold-blooded. Chills. And we'll finish that in a second. I just want to...
We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak. Here, on the street, in competition.
There you go. So that was for Sensei. Good to see you, Sparky. Past tense, yeah. They're catching all of that too. The obligatory. I call those the obligatories. Here, I'll give you a few more. I need a break from the... Man, I don't know what it is about this guy. Like, whew. All right, we'll go down the list.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Oh, the anger sharks are swimming in.
Adam Sandler's face on that one is funny.
You can read this.
Made that one for the trolls. And this one is for my guy Chopper.
Get to the chopper!
And this is for the pretty much for the people who spaz out in the chat.
Erroneous! Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. This one is for Sensei.
We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak. Here, on the street, in competition.
This one's for the people that come in and try to debate me and then they leave crying.
You're gonna cry in the car.
This is for when the shit hits the fan.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
This is when you try to re-victimize the family of people who have been murdered.
But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
This is some trippy ass shit, Holmes.
This one's for the false confessors.
What? At what point did you shoot the clerk?
I shot the clerk.
Yes, when did you shoot him?
I shot the clerk.
Hey, Dean, we need you.
This next one I made for people who like to text or join the chat while they're driving. Please don't do that.
Listen, give me all you got! I swear, me and my brother.
That kind of shakes them, you know, like, oh shit. And this one is for the trolls, and this is why you can't argue with them. You can't argue with them about anything, so don't even waste your time.
It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop.
Ever.
You are an eye attacker.
I'm not psychic, Doctor.
No. This is different. More akin to artistic imagination. You're able to assume the emotional point of view of other people, even those that might scare or sicken you.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart and I want respect.
It is outrageous. If you think that
Eleanor, sit down.
Sit your punk ass down.
And what did David do? What did David do? What did David do? David danced before the Lord.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program.
The road that she's on.
Okay. Because that's...
I believe that's the correct road.
Yeah, well, that's the fastest way to get there. But you told me you came from Town Center and
Jari.
Town Loop.
I'm sorry. I don't know the street names.
I was more of a Golden Girls fan.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm doing my best.
that's okay. So now that we know that you came from Jungyoung Parkway and you made a left on Town Loop, so you passed the McDonald's.
Yeah, that was when she said no to McDonald's the first time.
Okay. So you guys keep on going on Town Loop.
Yeah. But at that point, we still had a lot of time
Nice,
to kill.
Hiawatha.
Very early.
So what did you guys do?
Drove towards the school, made a U-turn, came back, tried to do the McDonald's thing again. She didn't want it.
So where did you, one more time, where
give
did you do the U-turn at?
It probably was right by the church because it was still way too early for school.
Good to see you.
So it was on that stretch of road. I mean, they had the meeting there in the separation, so that left turn where the church is, you could make a U-turn there.
He's like, I dropped her off wherever there's no cameras.
And then after you dropped her off, what did you do?
Stayed, talked to her for a minute, made sure, is it all right that you're going early? Because it was still early.
Damn you, farmer.
Said, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to hang out, wait for my friends to get there, which she does sometimes, so it didn't sound, outrageous or anything. That was it. Told her to have a good day. I loved her. She told me she loved me too. I turned around to leave, and I was watching her.
Okay, I just want you guys to kind of bask in his darkness for a moment. I just want you to really try to wrap your brain around this man who is 100% calm, could probably pass a lie detector test. Maybe. He seems calm as a cucumber. And we all know what he really did. So I want you guys to absorb that. That's what we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. When you let your kids go to school, when you let your family interact with strangers, I say 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 you're dealing with. In the 10 folks that you're going to deal with throughout the day and who your family deal with, 1 out of 10 of them is a Stephan Sterns.
My rearview mirror. She looked
So be
like she
cautious.
was walking in the right direction. She was rummaging in her bag a little bit, like I said, but still sort of just shambling in the right direction while she was doing it.
Thank you, Jari.
So it looked normal. It looked okay.
Okay, and then what did you do after you left the area?
I left to go to the local vape shop because I needed some more vape juice. They weren't quite open yet, so I ended up going back home. Waited about an hour or so, and then went back and checked the vape shop again. It was open, so I got what I needed there. And,
What's up,
came
V?
back.
Do you remember what time you came home?
The first time was probably
Oh, no doubt, GP. He has everything
around 10,
covered, every
close to
angle.
it. And then I waited here and went back to the vape shop. Probably finished at the vape shop and came back home again a little after 11.
Okay. You said the first time that you hung out with a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Was your
Okay, I'm thinking the vape shop was so that he could maybe be seen on camera possibly without her. trying to tie it in somehow into his timeline, maybe his alibi.
When you got here at
Yes.
10? Okay.
I think so. She might have been at her blood appointment. Let me double check. I know she had a blood appointment at some point during the day.
It's okay. We don't have to ask her right now.
He's trying to sound like this caring person who knows what's going on with all the appointments. You know, I'm a family guy. Like, you got the wrong guy. Because you can hear it in the tone of those investigators' voices. You know, they're coming to the realization of what they're dealing with. They're like, okay, this isn't gonna be as easy as we think it's gonna be. This guy really is a creep.
Sorry, everything's a blur.
So she might have been here. She might have not have been here
I
the first time.
believe she was here because she was sleeping in as much as she possibly could.
I was thinking the same thing, but
With a new work schedule.
I didn't want to offend any of you vapors out there. So now I can blame NoFX. I do not sponsor this comment right here. Always with the vape juice with these creeps. Man, you like, get out of my head, dude.
So she had to be here because she didn't want to sleep in.
Okay.
I'll double check, but yeah, I believe she was here.
And then what time did you say you left again to the smoke shop?
Maybe after an hour or so, maybe 11 or
GP.
so.
No.
Okay. And then what time did you get to the smoke shop?
It's maybe 10 minutes away, so not long after that. Stopped in and got some juice. And
What's the name of the smoke shop?
East Broadway.
Okay.
It's just over off of John Young. It's not far from the school.
And then after the smoke shop, what did you do?
Dang, they have a good microphone.
Okay, for how long?
At least until maybe 12:30.
I can hear the people on the airplane.
12:45-ish, something like that.
And then what'd you do after that?
I had a couple errands to run over on 192. She was talking about making a BJ
Not
shopping
sure,
list.
CJ.
She just wanted to make sure I was back in time for us to both go pick up. So I was visiting some card shops around the area on 192. I'm kind of a nerd, so we had a new trading card game release, and I was seeing what the situation was with it.
Do you remember what places you visited?
Yeah, Coliseum of Comics. Stopped by a couple Targets, and I was going to go to House Rules Games down by Oak and 192. But I didn't make it that far. I got a flat tire on the way.
Oh, how'd you get a flat tire?
It was on 192. I pulled into over.
Oh, man, they know this is their guy. They're like, we got you, dude. Now you got a flat tire? Oh, man, they're probably like, we've seen it a million times. You go off-road, boom, get a flat tire.
Into one of those plazas somewhere. It's been about 10 years since I switched out a tire, though, so I made a lot of rookie mistakes. And
Rookie
ended up pinning
mistakes.
my thumb.
Did you hear that? Oh, man. See if I can bring that back. Oh, shit. Nope.
Between the frame and the jack. Yeah, I'm lucky it's not a lot
Rookie
worse than it could've
mistakes.
been.
Did you guys catch that? A lot of rookie mistakes. He's talking about killing her right there.
Remains to be seen if I'll keep
Do you
my
remember the
thumb
name
down.
of the plaza by any chance?
I don't.
Do you remember like what stores were in this
It was
plaza?
like right before you got to Oak, though, so it was one of those little strips.
Okay. And then
but I did
after
not
that?
make it back in time because of that. I thankfully had the spare. I put that on and tried to get back in time, but caught every red light on the way. She ended up leaving to pick up Maddie without me. I was about to.
Hard to believe this would be his only time doing something this bad. I hope they're really looking into where he's, where he's been and where he's gone over the last 15 years. Could be a lot of unanswered questions.
10 minutes late on that. So I called her and let her know what happened. I apologized profusely because I had promised I'd be there with her to go pick her up. Just sat and waited. After that, she had already gone to get her, so I just sat and waited and hung out, straightened up the house a little bit. it. Then we got the call.
What do you mean you got the call?
Got the call.
Yeah, scary calm.
Had not come out.
I don't think his tone has changed one bit.
Started making calls to her family. Be on the lookout. She might be walking to you.
He kind of hooks it at the end.
That's just when everything sort of started going downhill.
Kind of like with a question mark.
I want. Was it?
Did you check on the map?
It's like after every sentence, there's a question mark there, a little bit of a hook on the end of it, almost as if to say, "Are you guys buying this?"
The south end? The Greenville? I'm not sure where Greenville is.
Yeah, we're still learning about the BTK's horror, all his horrible crimes. We're still learning.
I'm sorry. She forgot her phone, right? Is it normal for her to not have her phone?
Unfortunately, she's severely ADHD, as am I and her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not uncommon at all, and in fact, very, very usual thing for her to forget things. She'd forget her head if it wasn't screwed on.
Don't say that, dude.
About, right?
Did you hear what he said? He found the audacity to insult her.
Her about that point. We'll remind her, and then it will leave our mind, and she'll say okay, and then it will leave her mind.
And is she on medication for this stuff?
Normally, yes. She's been staying with her grandparents a lot this week while her mom was working. So she has not been getting her meds a whole lot.
Okay.
So she was really spaced.
Where's mom working at? What changed in her hours that she needs all this sleep?
She's training, so it's not a set schedule yet.
Okay.
It's just early this day.
Yeah, it's creepy.
So different hours. Yeah, no, that takes a toll.
So I came up here. She needed help. I split my time between the two places. I needed a visit.
See, this is when we're talking about Delphi and why Richard Allen might have come forward and spoken with Dan Doolin. It's because he was doing the same thing that Stephen here was doing, going through every scenario in his mind. He was playing chess with himself. Okay, and he was about 4 to 5 moves ahead. Right? I didn't drop her off at an intersection. Why? Because there's cameras there. And they would be able to prove, well, you didn't drop her off here, dude. You're lying. But if he tells them, oh, it was on the side of the road and he knows for a fact there's not cameras, then his story continues to flow. Right? And then he talks about the flat tire. They know what happened. They just got to prove it.
This is a green thing. Jelly pink. Just tell them.
And where's the McDonald's?
Right.
So that doesn't make sense. Right? Because the school's up here?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Am I messing up the streets again?
Yeah, town loop. This one's town center, but town loop.
We're just trying to figure out your direction of travel, right?
I'm so sorry.
He's playing dumb.
I'm so bad with that area over there, Hunters Creek.
You said you made a U-turn at the church to go see if she wanted McDonald's again, correct?
Yep.
Did you go anywhere else? Because I know you said you had time to kill.
Yeah.
Did you guys go anywhere else?
No, we didn't go anywhere else.
Is there a reason why you would be back on John Young Parkway?
When we tried to go back to McDonald's a second time,
What? She got his ass.
over there instead, and just looped around again.
What do you mean?
Just made a circle.
Made a circle. How? Can you show me on the map?
So
this
going,
is the
going
McDonald's
back down
right here,
to
right?
McDonald's.
That's the McDonald's right there.
Correct. So going back down and then just straight shot back down.
You would come down this way?
I can't read that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I'll go.
Where's the McDonald's?
I can tell by the tone of their
This is
voice.
town loop. So this is John Young Parkway.
John
You guys are
Young,
coming
okay,
up John
this
Young.
is-
They're like, please continue to talk. Please, just keep talking, bro. Please. Thanks, V. Shout out to all the mods. You guys rock. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you, NoFX. Thanks for sponsoring the live stream. We're legitimized.
McDonald's.
Yep.
And the school's on this corner.
Correct. Somewhere over here.
Mhm.
So we come back out here, there, and we can take a straight shot back down to the school again there. They connect. Town Loop and Town Center connect.
Right.
So it's
So where did you make the U-turn?
the U-turn.
I don't think so, Farmer.
Was on the street when we were going to go back.
What
to
would we do
McDonald's.
without
We drove
Farmer?
Down to McDonald's here.
Right. So just so I don't get confused, you're going up Jungyang Parkway, right?
You're the wild card.
Right. You make a left.
Gotta have a wild card.
Go towards the school.
Okay. How far did you get before you made the U-turn? So
We got. Is this the school right here?
Yep, that's town loop.
So we got up to here and then made a U-turn over here, past the median.
Okay. So
And back to McDonald's.
on Lincoln Town Loop.
Still time to kill. She still didn't want the McDonald's, but I did give her a raspberry and cheese Danish.
So did you go through the drive-thru? Did you go inside?
No, didn't go inside.
Where did you get the Danish from?
Oh, the Entenmann's that I brought from home. I gave her a couple of those to put in the car.
Okay.
So she wasn't without food totally. So we just continued past it again and turned around and said, screw it, just drop you off early.
Okay, so you came back around to the McDonald's.
And then right onto the school.
What's is that back on Jungyang Parkway?
Yeah,
or?
back on the Jungyang Parkway. It comes down here, and then here's Town Center again.
So then you took Town Center the
Yes.
second time around?
Yes, and then made a right down to the school.
Do you remember what time you dropped her off?
I estimated it to be sometime between 8:20, 8:40.
Are you?
Thanks, Melissa.
On your
Appreciate
phone,
that.
do you have Google Maps?
Thank you, guys.
I do, but I wasn't mapsing it.
When you're giving her rides, does she sit in the front or the back?
She sits in the front. She doesn't sit.
Do you mind if I look at your maps real quick?
Ooh. Yeah, let me look at that.
And just to confirm, also, you said, so the second time around, you said you went up Jungyang Parkway, you went through Town Center this time, made a right on Town Loop, and then you said you dropped her off
right here in this stretch here.
around this.
Right here, Farmer. Yeah, he didn't have enough time to plan. Everything that he had mapped out for them, they already exhausted him on that. They're like, nope, now we're past that. And they're catching him up now. For the first time, the tone of his voice has changed. Did you guys catch that?
Okay. Which was before the underpass.
Correct. Before the underpass, just before the church. The church was ahead on the left. The underpass was just beyond that. The school was just on the other side of the underpass. So maybe
on the left-hand side.
Maybe a block away.
Okay. And you said that that's typical of her to walk that distance?
Yeah, she likes the morning walks when it's cool.
Yeah, appreciate you.
She doesn't like being seen getting out of certain cars. Being in middle school.
Yeah, he's nervous now. Sounds tired.
And she will sometimes like to.
He's
hang out
exhausted.
late for her friends. She's known to do that.
Do you mind if I just take a picture of your history?
Yeah, it's fine.
Was that him?
And that time would have been, you said around 8.
That was a huge dump right there.
8:20,
Did you guys catch it?
8:30.
That was a huge dump. Probably a dopamine dump right there.
Sometime between 8:20 and 8:40.
What time does she go into class?
She has to be there no later than 9:15. Doors open at 8. Doors open at 9, I think. And then school officially starts around
Endorphins.
9:20 or 9:28, I think.
Okay. And when you dropped her off, is that earlier than typical, later than typical, around the same time?
Earlier than typical.
Earlier.
We had made really good time that morning, and with the
What the hell?
subtraction of McDonald's, we had more time than.
We'll go to that next.
But she said it was okay. She was very confident, convincing that it would be.
How is P. Diddy turning into like I don't know, what would you call it? Like Epstein on steroids?
And you saw what direction she walked to after you dropped her off?
Yeah, it looked like she was moving towards the direction of the school like she was supposed to.
Was she still on the right side of the road, or did she cross
She was
over?
when I left her, yeah, she was still on the right side.
What kind of phone is this?
S23 Ultra.
I'll look for an edited version.
I barely know how to work it myself.
I'm an iPhone person.
No,
Is it okay if I go in your settings real quick? I just want to see if you're logged on to your Google.
I am not logged on to my Google with that, actually.
Is it okay if I check?
Yeah.
Damn, I like her.
Does she have any other devices besides that phone?
I like
any
her.
other electronics?
She had her school laptop with her.
Is that still supposed to be with her?
Still supposed to be with her, yes.
Okay. And what kind of book bag was she carrying?
Black book bag with like grayish blue hibiscus flowers on it, like a print.
When she leaves in the mornings, where does she usually put her phone?
Either in her backpack or like her back pocket, kind of wherever she just thinks to put it at the time.
Hold on, I don't know how to use this phone. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Allegations of abuse against music mogul.
I don't know, you've probably been asked already, but she's never ran away or been away for longer than a certain period of amount of time. Like that.
No, she's very dependent on us. I don't think she'd know what to do if she did run away. She's not the type. She's a good kid.
Oh yeah, he's done. P. Diddy's done. Yeah, I can't play that. I'd have to edit it, like blur out.
Besides the ADHD, is she diagnosed with anything else?
He's like kicking her in the back.
She was tested a while back, and
Yeah, I don't know. I'll explain it. Okay. So we'll take a break from creepy Stephen here. So the video on CNN looks like you can go watch it on a channel called American Revolutionary. It'll probably be taken down, but it was posted a minute ago. So it looks like it's in a hotel. You got P. Diddy running down the hallway here, and he's only wearing a towel. Nothing but a towel. And he looks like he's trying to catch up to somebody, but it's just him in a hallway in some fancy hotel or spa. Cuts the corner, and there's a woman with her bags packed, wearing a hoodie, waiting for the elevator to open. And he's whipping around the corner and nothing but a towel. Grabs her by the neck, throws her to the ground, kicks her in the back area, picks up her things, stomps on her. She's obviously in pain. Now he drags her. The video ends. Looks like just another day in the P. Diddy home.
had some symptoms of autism, so she's potentially on the spectrum there.
Okay.
She was officially diagnosed with it when she was younger, and then she was retested and said, well, she shows symptoms of being on the spectrum, but maybe not full-on autistic.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, V. This dude should have called a lawyer. Good thing he's stupid. No, exactly. The same ego that told him, hey, you can get away with this, dude, is the same ego that's telling him that he's smarter than these cops. But he's dealing with the real firecracker there. Does anybody know the name of this woman here, this investigator? Ooh, she is sharp.
Is this what you use to go places?
Yes. go places, search addresses, look at store hours, write reviews.
Oh yeah, Lisa, she's on his ass. And he just keeps telling himself, "You're not smarter than me." And she's like, "I know. Just keep coming with me down this path
Pretty new
here.
phone though.
Just keep walking." You hear his tone of voice? He's going to do another dump, watch. I bet you. It'll be like guaranteed. Bam. Right on cue. See, I might
Have
not
we
be
had
the
any
smartest
updates?
tool in the box, but I'm not the dumbest.
We literally have like 50 people right now on scene looking. I don't know if there's any updates. The best person would be the other detective because he's the one that is in charge of all this.
That little dump will give him a little bit more energy to continue battling these investigators. And every time you hear him get tired, he'll go. You can hear it in his voice. He'll do another dump, and that'll give him a little boost.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are worried.
When did you come back to help? Pardon?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, because you live down south, right? When did you come back up north to help her?
I just got here this weekend.
Do you remember what day it was?
Sunday. Sunday was her birthday party, so yeah, it was the evening after her birthday party. Sunday.
Okay. Do you remember what time you got here on Sunday?
Yeah, she's got him against the ropes.
8:30ish, maybe.
Okay.
Just in time to make sure that she was doing all her nighttime routines.
He's got a second win now.
I'm waiting for her mom to get home.
You live in North Pole, right?
Yeah, I split my time between the two.
Is that on
places.
Snug
See,
Street?
sounds all tired
Snug
now.
Street,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. You have
So
a lot
we'll
of Snug Street.
expect
on.
another dump.
Split my time between the two.
Is that Broward County or?
Sarasota County, I
Sarasota,
believe,
okay.
or Charlotte County, either way. It's my parents' house. They're old. They need help these days. And they got a house full of poodles. And it's chaos. So I needed to come back up here and just get away from that. Between two deaf old people yelling at each other and poodles yapping all the time, it's enough to drive anyone up a wall. I was very happy to be back here.
Did you and your wife, when you guys were looking for, where did you guys look?
Me and her stayed local. It was all the rest of the family that mobilized and was beating the bushes. And
Did you guys drive together or separate?
I don't think we drove anywhere when we were looking.
You didn't drive anywhere?
Not that I recall.
Did you guys go anywhere last night? Was that media?
Maybe. I think Fox 35 or something was coming.
If it is, let me tell him he needs to take it out.
Okay.
I don't recall.
It's hard to listen to him.
You have to ask her if we went anywhere. I don't recall. I was so zonked out on Ativan at that point.
Okay.
She said it was a wreck. I don't think.
And this would have been when?
I don't recall us going anywhere last night, but honestly, at that point, my brain was mush, and I was on so many tranquilizers to keep me stable. It's just.
You said Ativan?
Yeah.
Do you usually take that, or?
Yeah, I have a prescription. I haven't needed it in a long time, though. But
what's that for?
Anxiety.
Okay.
I was having these rolling panic attacks and breaking down crying, and I just.
Guilt. That's guilt right there.
Here you go. And it was the only way I could get to sleep last night.
All guilt, no instinct.
And then again this afternoon. That's why I missed your calls. I'm sorry. I took an Ativan and conked out for a few hours.
He's probably on that shit right now.
Time when I'm not crying.
The
It's okay
swear
if I just
jar.
pop down real quick.
Thank you again, NoFX and Melissa. Appreciate
So we're trying
you
to
guys.
get just a good idea, times, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm giving my best recollections. I'm not a morning person as it is. So a lot of the times are best guess.
But we know that you go up Jongyang Parkway down. That's the road you usually take to take her, and then you make a left at that McDonald's, right, which is the town loop.
You can make a left to get there either at the McDonald's or at Town Center itself. They both lead to the school.
So if you leave her at, just so you get a sense of direction, Jongyang Parkway goes northbound and southbound.
Thermonuclear.
So you're going northbound into Orange County, making a
We need
left
a
at the
submarine.
McDonald's, which is the town loop. You said when you did drop her off at that medium, you said it was around 8:20 to 8:30-ish, somewhere around that time.
Somewhere in there, yeah. It was early, but not like outrageously early, you know.
So what would you estimate when you made a left at that McDonald's to be?
Kicking his
After I
ass.
dropped her off?
No, I'm saying when you dropped her off.
Oh, first left by that McDonald's.
Yeah, when you first go, that first left that you make at the McDonald's.
I don't know, Lisa. I think I'm sensing like a little bit of guilt. He doesn't seem to be able to hide it completely. It seems to be poking his head out. That might be the reason he's medicating to help him with that push, to be able to fight these investigators, give them a little bit of a pushback.
It had to have been around maybe 8, maybe quarter after 8, sometime in there.
Okay.
Sometime between 8 and a quarter after, I think.
All right. So just so it's, you can kind of picture it here on the map.
Yeah, and I don't think it has anything to do with remorse. I don't think he feels any remorse for killing. I think he just he might just feel a little guilt, just knowing what it's doing to his wife or whatever. But he definitely didn't have any. You can tell he has no remorse. Let's just leave it at that.
So you're going northbound. You make the
Guilt,
left
maybe.
here
Yeah, a little guilt, but remorse, no.
around like 8:10, 8:15. Let's say 8:15, around there. When you get over here, you make a U-turn. You go back to the McDonald's, but you said that she still doesn't want the
Still
McDonald's.
doesn't want it. She was just going to eat the danishes that I had given her.
So you're going up here now, still northbound on Jongyang Parkway.
Did you guys see that video of Putin and Xi together, and they had those guys carrying the nuclear football? Yeah, that shit gave me chills. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, you're telling me you can't go visit this dude in China without bringing your nuclear football? Like, is that where we're at right now? It's pretty scary. You guys should go check it out.
You make a left at Town Center this time.
Town Center, then make,
Then
a,
make
right
a right.
onto,
Mhm.
yes.
And
the
then you
school
drop
road.
her off
And
around
then
like
dropped her off around halfway up the road there.
So keep in mind, all of this is still northbound.
Okay.
Right? You're still northbound on Jongyang Parkway.
Northbound.
So why is your car seen going
Hey, Anna.
southbound at 8:10? I'll show you what location it is. McDonald's is over here.
Mm-hmm.
At 8:10, your car is seen going southbound at this intersection. So meaning going toward Kissimmee.
Mm-hmm. I had forgotten something. I had forgotten my gate clicker. I'm sorry. I forgot. I had gone back to the house real quick after we left because I forgot my gate clicker. I actually had to go through the front gate and use my parking pass to grab my clicker. So it was the wrong time. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was
Man named
guesstimating
Sue.
these times. I'm not a morning person.
Okay.
So yes,
Got a man named Sue.
we've gone out.
How far did you
Johnny
get
Cash song.
before you came back down? When you realized you forgot your clicker?
Nearly all the way to the school. And then we turned around. We had plenty of time to kill, so there was time to go back. I rushed back, got the clicker, and that's when I came back here this way.
That's a good point, Molly. It never changes, right? They got to keep us separated so they can control us. I was a kid growing up during Soviet times, hearing Reagan threaten the evil empire, pulling out of the Olympics. Gorbachev, I remember that shit. Tear down that wall. And he was like, I think he was even banging on the gavel. Always scared we'd get nuked, right? Some things never change.
You guys came back
This
here
time
to
it
get
feels
your
real,
clicker.
though, right?
Correct.
So when we look at the cameras in the front, it's going to show you coming back in
Correct.
here with her in the
yes,
car.
with her in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Yes.
I know it sounds like we're asking you stupid questions, okay? We just want to verify
okay.
the
I'm
times.
sorry I'm not being more help. I'm not a morning person. I was half asleep as it was. I'm trying.
The
I'm high
clickers
on
to get where?
Into our neighborhood.
Okay, and you forgot the clicker where?
I had forgotten the clicker here.
So how did you get in?
I was able to use my parking sticker for them to scan to let me through.
Okay, so could you not have done that after you dropped her off?
I could have, but I also like to come back in from the back gate a lot.
CJK, yeah. I mean, I remember those years well. I was an 80s kid, so I mean, it was great. And I think that's the problem. A lot of these youngsters, they don't remember what it was to really kind of have a lot more freedom. But yeah, the Reagan years, man. Kids running around playing football at the local church, hide and go seek, until the lights go down. It was just a different time. Seems like once we hit that from Bush to Obama, we were just like, oh man, it's like they were in on something together.
A lot of the times, and I
Save
didn't know
that
if
for
I'd be
Channel
back
2.
right away. And sometimes they're busy up front, so it's better not to wait in a line.
What time is security usually there at the front gate?
They were there when I came through. He scanned my ticket.
So would it have not just made more sense to drop her off and come back since security's already there?
I don't know if it made more sense. It's just what I did.
Hey, there's Mel. What's up? Good to see you.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Anything else that we haven't asked you feels important? Maybe that might help us out.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble recollecting everything.
This guy.
I'm going to step away for a second.
Anything that you remember maybe she might have told you?
She didn't mention anything in particular.
The Potomac.
I made a joke about her Crocs. She wears Crocs and socks. So we were joking about that.
I hate this guy.
Would she say she's usually like a happy, go lucky girl?
Very happy. She brings a lot of joy. She's a very good girl.
I hate this guy.
It definitely doesn't feel the same around here if she's not here. She was so happy too. She was looking forward to my visit here. She was looking forward to us all being together. She was just happy. She was just very happy.
Oh, that's cool, Anna.
Oh, wow.
I loved her like she was my own.
And is she the only child, or does she have siblings?
I loved her.
She is the only child, yes.
Did you hear what he said? He said, I loved her. Not, I love her. I loved her as if she was one of my own. Not I love her as if she's one of my own.
Do you have any kids with anyone else, or
No.
So she's kind of.
Is what we call me.
So you'd say you guys have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah, definitely a very strong bond.
Just
But
dating.
you know, I'm the person she goes to when her mom gets in a fight with her and she needs someone to comfort her, and like I'm that person for her. You know.
How's her relationship with mom?
Good most of the time. You know, puberty not long ago, so she's getting the PMS mood swings, and when her mom gets them too, you know, they butt heads, and so.
And now he's
As
talking
well as
about
you
her
can expect.
PMS and stuff. I really
Otherwise,
hate
very
this
loving.
fucking guy.
Very loving. Yeah. This girl knows nothing but love here in this house. She hardly ever hears the word no. Double-edged sword that is.
As a
Is
father,
she in school?
I don't know if I can listen to this anymore. Yeah. I mean, there's only a few more minutes. You guys get the gist. But this will be our 5-10 minute warning. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, any news out there, any true crime news, any updates, we can take a look. Yeah, I loved her, past tense. And then he's talking about her menstrual cycle. Being a father and having girls, like I know how important that is, like, and how fragile it is. For him to be talking about that is very strange. Yeah, it was really gross. That was the final straw. It's just giving me too much insight into his mind. You know, with the hindsight and just listening to him talk, I'm getting a front row seat into his brain. And I do not like what I see. Yeah. I'm calm now. But for a second there, I thought I was going to punch my screen. I was like, oh my God. That doesn't happen often. I'm usually pretty chill. Hearing him talk about her makes my skin crawl. Yeah. Something about that guy. He just threw her away. He's like, I'm going to throw her away and then I'm going to lie to these cops and everything will be fine. Yeah. And another thing that the reason that pissed me off, because I know the story and I know there was a lot revolving around her 13th birthday. And he just took it all away. And if he could, I think he would just live his life. He would just continue on and do it again, maybe. Most likely, right? Oh, he's a dead man walking. Every part of my blood tells me, every ounce of me says he's going to get it in prison. Well, it seems like he was grooming her. And I think the date he was working up to was her 13th birthday. I think he had convinced her, well, now you're a woman. You're 13. You know, I think he convinced her of that. And then once he did the act, she kind of realized how gross it all was and was going to, you know, I'm going to tell on you, dude. You just, you know, but we all know what happened. And just like all of these sick fucks, you know, Richard Allen, most likely. Well, now I can't let you go because you're going to tell on me. And I don't care about you at all. Obviously, or I wouldn't be doing these things to you. So now I'm going to throw you away like trash and I'm going to try to get away with it because I can't have you telling everybody what I did. I might even be happier with you out of the picture. Obviously, he hates her. I mean, he wouldn't do these things to this young girl if he did not absolutely despise her or hate. He probably hates her mother too. Well, I think there was one before that, Hiawatha, where they interviewed him and his eyes were like all bloodshot and he was weeping and crying and he was talking about how good of a stepfather he was and all this bullshit. It literally looked like he put peppers in his eyes. Yeah, it was extremely embarrassing for me. I'll tell you that right away. I'm still very sensitive about it all. It's hard for me to say the P word. Yeah, I don't know if you can get second-degree murder for that. I don't think you can get second-degree murder for covering up for a crime. I think they tie it all into the same act. Similar to robbing, if you commit a robbery and somebody ends up getting murdered and you're just maybe the getaway driver or something like that. But you're going down for murder too. Yeah, you can hear it in his voice. But I can hear there's something there. He's letting the guilt out, I think. I think he does feel a little bit guilty. Or else he would have handled that interview much better, I think. There's too many indicators there. Minimize past tense. He even insulted her a few times. If her head wasn't screwed on, she would lose it. Like, fuck you, dude. You just killed this poor girl after you basically made her live a full-blown horror movie. And then you threw her away like trash and you have the gall, the audacity to say that shit? Man, I'm telling you, this guy is a real piece of work. I say there's more victims, guys. That's just how I feel about it. There are more. And he worked at Disney too. Could be targeting folks. Yeah, Boston, he hates them. Probably hates everything. Yeah, he was trying to make himself like, oh, I know all about the doctor's appointments and what's up, crushing? Good to see you. Happy Friday. We're about to get out of here in about 4 minutes. Yeah, it's so hard to talk about that. Like, how could this happen? You just want to blame everybody. Like, how could you let this happen? It's so frustrating. Yeah, for sure. He probably rubbed like soap in his eyes. Is what I'm thinking. Because, I mean, I don't care how hard you're crying. Your eyes don't look like that. He looked like he went to a Cypress Hill concert. Yeah, there's footage of him at Disney. There's it's all over his Facebook. Yeah, there's video of him. He's like a greeter. He's wearing his little Disney outfit. Uniform, I guess. Yeah, he was like a ticket. What do you call those? There's a word for it. Yeah, you guys have fun. Be safe. Yeah, ticket attendant, I guess. I wanted to call him an usher, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah, I think it's still up, CJK. Pretty sure it is. We pulled it up when we were covering her case. Crushing Carney, ticket taker, ticket terror. Definitely a terror. Terror, maybe. Molly. Usher may be correct. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. We caught up on the chat. Thanks for hanging out with me during the Sleuth Crew check-in. I appreciate it. It's a good time for us to kind of update on the true crime news and what's kind of going on around the world and just to see what's up with each other. So good to hear from you. I do have a members live stream lined up probably for Sunday, and then another episode of True Crime in the morning that Monday. So I'll see you guys soon. Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. We will be opening up the phone lines in probably about 15 to 30 minutes. So if anybody's calling in now, feel free to call right back or hang tight backstage. Thank you for watching the Sleuth Intuition channel. If you are part of the replay crew, you know what to do. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. Sleuth Intuition is 100% crowd-funded. If you want to support me and help my channel grow, here are 3 ways that you can help. Number 1, Cash App. The funds go directly to me without YouTube taking a percentage. Number 2, become a member. Members are by far the leading contributors to my channel. Number 3, hit up the merch shop. Represent the Sleuth crew on these ruthless streets. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. Until next time, peace.